All right, I guess this is as good as it's going to get. Wow, Google has changed so much since the last time we've done one of these things, and I honestly do not know how to invite people. This is crazy. This is wow. This makes me glad that I switched to Apple a long time ago. Hmm? So Geraldo and Oren, can you even like see? Oh wait, is that Geraldo? Geraldo, are you there?
Hello.
What's up?
Hey, Matt.
Wow, this is so. Remember it being easier the last time we did this?
Yeah, this is different than I remember.
I sent an invitation to Oren, so hopefully he should be popping up any second now.
Okay.
Uh, so have you seen the spoiler list yet? Have you seen the new stuff that just released?
Yeah.
What?
What's that?
Have you seen the new stuff they just released?
Yeah, I've, I've been keeping up with it.
Did you get your 5 that you want to talk about?
Yeah, I have it. I have it ready. And a couple of alternates in case we run into duplicates and that kind of thing.
Alrighty, let's just go ahead and get this started as much as possible. I don't know what's going on. This is so different. But, yeah.
Yeah. You want to go first, or?
Yeah, we'll get this going. So everybody, how's it going? This is Heroic Tactics, and this is our exciting preview for Deadpool. I apologize for all the dead air. I don't know if you've been to Google Plus Hangouts in a while, but it is 100 bazillion% different, and it's just messing my world up. But I'm Matt. Also with me is Geraldo.
Hello.
He's the cool Deadpool in celebration of Deadpool. So, yeah. We picked out a few characters that we're most excited about for the set, and why we're excited about them, and why we wanted to, have a good time. I guess we're going to go back and forth. And, of course, if you're watching, and you're welcome to join in, especially if you have characters that you think we should talk about, we totally would appreciate you popping in. So, I guess guest first, Geraldo, you want to go first? Or I'll give you the option if you want to go first or not.
Okay.
There's a huge delay. Is there a delay over there? Can you hear me at all, or is it like a delay?
Yeah, there's quite a bit of a delay.
We're going to be like talking to the astronauts on the moon, like a 10-minute delay. It's going to be fun. Progress 2 steps forward and then like 3 steps back. Oh, there's Oren!
Oh. Yeah, I'll go first.
You'll go first?
Okay, kind of start out with one of the Thunderbolts. Yeah. No, I can still hear you. It's just afterwards, like, yeah. I mean, I hear you perfectly. It's just there's like a loop of like the audio.
Really?
Yeah. So whatever we just said is like it gets looped over.
Oh, are you still on the watching it page?
Yeah.
Did that help any, getting rid of it?
Should I get rid of it?
I don't know. I'm afraid it might kick you off, but give it a shot and see what happens.
Okay. Yeah, I can do that.
Hey, Oren, how's it going?
Can you hear me?
Yeah, we can totally hear you.
Sweet.
Okay. Seems
Is that
fine
better?
now. Yeah.
All right, so I figure we take turns talking about a character, and sounds like Geraldo's got some Thunderbolts you wanted to get off his chest.
Yeah, I'll go with Elektra. Let's see here. She looks like a big close combat monster, and she's got like a ton of stuff going on. But
her resurrection actions.
Okay, well, like first off, she has the improved movement, ignore hindering, the resurrection. So it's really good, but it seems like you really have to have people on your team that has the hand keyword, because basically what happens if she would be KO'd, you give a number of other friendly characters an action token, and for each one that you have, you heal her of that damage. So, like I said, she needs a lot of buddies with the hand keyword there. That's pretty awesome. And her first movement power is Charge, Flurry, and Stealth. And her first click is 8 movement, 12 attack, 17 defense with combat reflexes. She has Endom. She has 4 range. Later, on her second click, she gets the Master of all Assassins. She has Blaze Claws, Incap, and Precision Strike. This is ridiculous. And then later on, like, she exchanges combat reflexes with super senses, and she gets this new damage power halfway through. Deadliest of all assassins. She can use close combat expert, exploit, and range combat expert. which, I mean, with 4 range, I mean, it's something. She kind of gets sidestepped like here and there, so it's kind of interesting that she gets range combat expert. And then, yeah, she's 7 clicks long. She's got a bevy of really good keywords: Heroes for Hire, Shield, and the Hand, and Thunderbolts. So it's everything like I'm sure everyone wanted out of her.
That is pretty pimp. I can't wait to play her. I am a big Hand fan and a big Thunderbolts fan, so it's going to be great.
Oh yeah.
What about you, Warren? You excited about some Electra action?
No, I'm more interested in one of the other Thunderbolts.
Well, that's a good segue. What Thunderbolt are you looking at?
Red Hulk.
Oh, okay.
He's 150 points of just beat stick, but he has a lot going on for him other than just being a hammer. He has what? He has that leadership power that when he succeeds in a leadership role, anyone that shares a keyword with him and has a lower point value can use willpower that turn. Which is, for any character, that would be awesome, but with 150 points, so a lot of the Thunderbolts, a lot of the Intelligentsia, a lot of Avengers, and most of the Hulkbusters are going to be lower points than him, so he'll be given willpower every time he succeeds at the leadership. But he's also got the usual charge, super strength, impervious, when swapping out the super strength for the poison because he gets hotter and hotter when he gets angry. But at the bottom of his dial, he's got a running shot that can ignore hindering terrain for line of fire with a range of 6. So he's got more than one trick up his sleeve. It looks like he's going to be a lot of fun. And he's a switch click to go on the Avengers team base from the AVX. Yeah.
And getting back to that leadership power is going to be awesome because that Deadpool from the Gravity Theory is one of my favorite Deadpools that I've seen so far.
Oh, yeah.
He's 149 points, so it's going to be snazzy right there.
Yep.
Yeah, that gravity feed Deadpool is he's pretty ridiculous, especially with that trait. It's like no matter what, you're either healing or taking off token off yourself or somebody else. It almost seems unfair. It's too good.
I was abused by that Deadpool last Sunday, dude. So I know, but like I also abused with him. So I am I don't know. I like the Deadpool a lot. I think I'm gonna use him more than the main set Deadpool.
Oh yeah, yeah.
Ooh, I guess it's my turn. I'm a huge fan of the martial arts keywords. So when they released like a bunch of these martial arts characters, I was like, whoa, dude, it's like Super Christmas. This was super rad. And the one that I'm most psyched on right now is the rare Prime Cat. He's the alternate version of Shanghai, and when I saw him, I totally went nuts because he's 81 points. So like right away he works with Black Panther and Liu Kang's less than his powers. So Black Panther can be doing leadership and giving him willpower, and then Liu Kang can be giving him the bonus attack or defense power. And then he's got this trait that when someone with a relic or resource attacks, it doesn't say attacks him, just attacks, that character must roll a d6. And if they roll a 1 or a 2, they either have to remove the relic or take an item off the resource, which I think is just going to really mess over a bunch of people right there. Especially like Phoenix Force people are like, okay, well, you just keep taking those flames off your Phoenix Force and you're at the lowest level. And But other things he's got that are going for him that got me really excited is that he starts with a charge, flurry, and stealth power. And I feel that stealth is really important for martial artists because they don't have a lot of range, so it doesn't do them any good if they get shot up on the way up to punching the people in the face. And then he's got a nifty power that lets him use CCE, Close Combat Expert, but lets you use it as a close combat action. So I could totally charge CCE, which is pretty awesome right there. He does kind of have a short dial, but his attack never goes beneath never goes beneath a 10. So I mean, so if he's there and he's there with Liu Kang, it's like Liu Kang's like attacks 11. So I'm like, yeah. So yeah, dude, I'm really hoping for this Prime Rare the cat a lot.
Yeah, he seems pretty interesting. I was kind of surprised. I think I kind of remember him when he encountered Deadpool, but it's been a long time. So I guess I'm going next.
Yeah. What's next on your list?
Okay, well, here's a figure that when they did a preview for it, I was just kind of like it blew my mind. It's like, because it's one character that I didn't think would end up in this set. And it's Banshee, the super rare.
Yeah.
It's
X-Force
really
gets some love.
well. There's one main reason why I really like them is because in the recent Uncanny Avengers, he's part of the Horsemen of Apocalypse, and he's just crazy awesome. He's got the. Let's start out with his improved targeting. He ignores elevated, or ignores hindering, and he's got one of those quirky traits where he ignores damage dealt by Black Tom, unless it's dealt by a close combat attack, and this can't be ignored. So it's situational, but it's kind of cool that it's comic accurate there. But his the big reason why everyone's like all going crazy over him is he has this trait. It's going to get a little loud. It's kind of an understatement. Opposing characters within 6 squares can't use super senses. Opposing characters within 6 squares can't use impervious, invincible, or invulnerability, but instead can use toughness. When he hits a character that can't use a power due to this trait, increase damage dealt to this character by 1. So, like, he's got 8 range, he's a flyer, he's got the PD ability, and X-Men TA. He's got running shot, 11 movement, and 11 psychic blast, 18 super senses, and 3 damage. And then that's only his first click, and then the second click he gets this special sonic scream. He can use pulse wave. If you give him a double power action, he can use improved targeting, ignores blocking terrain, and once the attack resolves, he destroys blocking terrain along line of fire. So he's like six clicks deep. Eventually, trade his super senses for energy shield, and gets sidestep. But this guy's just a monster. Just basically like within 6, ignore all like damage reducers and people looking super senses. So he's gonna cut through a lot of people. And yeah, the Horseman Apocalypse, if he's part of a theme team, give him a +1 to all this attack. That's nasty. Pretty excited.
I totally agree with you, dude. I was when I saw that, like, it flipped my mind. Like, first I was like, because I read X-Men back like in the early '90s, so like he was a badass there, and I watched the X-Men cartoon, and he was a badass there. So like when they released him, I was like, oh cool, Banshee, I'm gonna get him. And then I read what he did, and I'm like, yeah, he's gonna be one of those people that you're gonna see, and you're like, oh man, he's gonna be like the Phantom X of this set,
Yeah. I could definitely see him being like. I don't know about like if you pulled him in sealed, it would be like an auto win, but he's just gonna be really annoying to deal with.
I wouldn't say it would be an auto win. I'd say he's one of those that everyone's gonna want, but no one's gonna want to play against.
Oh yeah. Yeah. So basically, Phantom X. It's like I don't like this guy.
Or what are you looking forward to?
Well, since he did a super rare, I want to do one too.
What's that?
Oh yeah.
The one I'm looking forward to that I really want that chances are I'm not going to end up getting is the super rare Prime, the Wizard. Like when I first heard of Squadron Supreme, I thought it was really cool because it's basically it's a knockoff of the Justice League, and that was the whole reason it was created. We got a really good Hyperion in Invincible Iron Man, And unfortunately, they can't be played together because they're both primes, but it's nice to have some of those characters being made without having to actually take up a standard slot in the set. I like the way they do the primes, that sometimes you'll get a character that was probably going to end up being made anyway, but by having a prime in the same area, they can make another character who would have otherwise not been given a shot at the set. And I really think that this guy is going to be pretty awesome, just because he's like a light version of the Flash, for lack of a better comparison. He ignores elevated for movement, he ignores water for movement, he ignores blocking for movement, he ignores characters for movement. He can use hypersonic, and when he does, he can be given a free action to make a second close combat attack. He starts with a 17 defense with combat reflexes and super senses, and later on he gets a trait that says, not a trait, a damage power that says he can use stealth if he used hypersonic during your last turn. So, aside from not being able to ignore hindering, he's going to be all over the place. And at 120 points, that's not a bad way to fill out your team with some hypersonic goodness.
Yeah.
If you can get him. That's going to be the hard part.
Yeah, he's going to be probably the prime that's going to be really sought after.
That was perfect that Oren wants the Wizard, because I want Speed Demon. And for a lot of the same reasons that Oren wants him, he's got that crazy hypersonic speed where he can attack twice on it, which I think is going to be a lot of fun. He's got that Speed Cyclone Uplift. When Speed Demon moves after actions resolves, choose an opposing character and roll a d6. If the result is less than the number of distinct squares that Speed Demon moves through that are adjacent to that character in a move, you may move that character with the line of fire of a square and up that result. Okay, so basically you can move people if you roll lucky, and that's a really complicated power. I didn't realize how complicated it was until I tried to read it on camera. But yes, I think it's going to be a lot of fun. You're going to be like, I'm going to zip past you and then move you next to my dudes where they're going to punch you in the face. And,
Hi there, Nightcrawler.
What's up?
It's similar to the Nightcrawler from Web of Spider-Man, only not completely broken. You have to roll for it. You have to successfully do it instead of just doing it. So it's a nice way to have a similar effect in the game and keeping it balanced. So
yeah,
that's good, because like overpowered characters, like I didn't play during Spider-Man, but I've seen that Nightcrawler. I complain about it. So yeah, I don't want to be that jerk, but I do want to use Speed Demon, because he's in the superior foes of Spider-Man, and I read that comic book recently, and I like that a lot. So I kind of hope there'd be more superior foes in there, but I'll take what I can get.
Yeah, I'm sure we'll get some later on.
He was one of those old school, hired by the Kingpin Sinister Syndicate guys that never made it quite into the Sinister Six. But it's nice to see him coming back and having a decent click. He was made before in, I think, Sinister, and aside from being the cheapest hypersonic piece in the game, he didn't really bring much to the table.
Yeah, I just like the matchup. That it's kind of like the matchup I always want is like Spider-Man versus the Flash. It's about as close as we're gonna get. So like I just really liked them. Like as a kid growing up, I had this comic called Deadly Foes of Spider-Man, and it had like all those guys like the Beetle and Rhino and stuff, and this is fun.
Good stuff.
Next on your list, Geraldo.
All right, gonna hit up another Thunderbolt here. I'm kind of surprised because I didn't think he would be this good. We got a lot of people are like, they're waiting for a playable Punisher, which I don't think the Hulk ones were that bad. But this guy should definitely keep people happy. He's 100 points. He's got 6 range, 2 targets, which makes sense because he's got 2 guns, so we can actually have 2 targets. Seems kind of silly sometimes. They give somebody with 2 guns and they only have 1 target. He's got sharpshooter and dom. It's got this really cool trait. The guilty must be punished once for all characters with this ability. So I imagine like maybe later somebody else is going to get this trait. But each time an opposing character hits a friendly character, put a guilty token on that attacker's card. When Punisher attacks a character, modify his attack value +1 for each token, and modify his damage +1 for every 2 tokens on that card. So it makes sense because like he starts out with a 2 damage, and you're like, that's kind of lame, but this trait really helps him like pack the punch, and then he's got his attack power is frag grenade. Can use energy explosion. When he does, targets only 1 character. Damage dealt is penetrating damage. So that kind of gives you an incentive to not just dual target energy explode. And then he's got to help out with the damage. He's got concentrated fire. You can use ranged combat expert as a ranged combat action, which reminds me a lot of Deathlock, the Deathlock Prime, where it's this running shot, and then you can use ranged combat expert with it. He's got toughness, and he gets stealth later down the dial, but he also has the Marvel Knights keyword. So if you wanted to, if you really needed him to have stealth right away, you can just pay for that ATA and he'd be good. And he's got Thunderbolts and Heroes for Hire. So he's gonna be a lot of fun.
Yeah, I'm impressed by that. His the ability to use range combat expert as a range combat action. That's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, like you said, he can start running shots and then just blast people away, and just makes things definitely like the Punisher. Just start gunning things up and stuff like that. So yeah, I like that power a lot, and I am a big Thunderbolts fan. So I'm definitely be looking for this guy very much.
Yeah, there's a ton of Thunderbolts in this set, just like overall.
And it's the new Thunderbolts too, so which is one of the comic books I happen to read. So I'm like, all those people.
Yeah, it's fun.
I was kind of disappointed that Red Leader didn't make it into this set, but maybe later.
Oh yeah. Did you read what he did recently?
No.
No.
Oh, he totally messed the Thunderbolts up. I can't wait for the next issue. Alrighty, Oren, what you got next?
I was looking forward to the new Domino. We got the one in the Gravity feed, and she was okay, but the one in the set looks like she's going to be awesome. Any character that has improved movement, ignores hindering terrain, and improved targeting, ignores hindering terrain, is going to be a lot of fun. She has Sharpshooter. She has a movement power that she can use running shot and stealth. So even if she's standing in hindering, she can just move out of it without any negative modifiers, and she can stand there in stealth so that they can't shoot back at her. But the rest of the powers give Domino a free action when she has no action tokens, and until your next turn, decrease her speed value by any amount and increase her range by the same amount. I don't know if that is one of those things that the rule of 3 would apply to or not, but even then she would have at most a 9 range, which is pretty good. Considering she starts with an 11 attack and 3 damage with probability control.
Yeah, naturally.
Later down the dial, she gets Flurry with Precision Strike, which is always a fun combination. And at the bottom, she gets regular Stealth with Blades, Super Senses, and goes back into having probability control. And there's that one click 4, where she has Flurry, Precision Strike, and Invincible. So she's only 6 clicks deep, but if she lands on that click, someone's going to have to hit her for at least 5 to kill her. So it's kind of nice.
That is a big surprise.
Pretty sturdy for only being 89 points. I mean,
Invincible on that click?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, on the 4th click. Oh, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Wow.
Like, I really like the one we got in Giant Size X-Men, but it got rotated out so quickly that I really didn't get a whole lot of chance to play her, so it's nice to have a new one. Yeah, more X-Force teams. Finally,
Oh, yeah.
there's not a whole lot of range on X-Force teams, at least not until recently.
Oh, yeah.
They're all up-close, bladesy people.
Yeah. I think they, in the past, they relied a lot on cable and whatnot.
Does the cable in this set have the X-Force keyword?
He should. I'm pretty sure.
He does.
Yeah, that would be messed up if they forgot that.
Alright, that's all I've got on her.
Yeah, I like the main set one, but the gravity field one's pretty cool too because it has that really awesome trait. But yeah, if you wanted like somebody who just had like prob, that can help out, and she's a really good choice too.
Yeah. Well, the trait on the gravity feed one is pretty awesome. The ones that Domino was first in clicks in Mutant Mayhem, and pretty much all she brought to the table was a short range and probability control. And back when probability control had a range of 10, that's pretty much what she was there for, as a secondary attacker and someone with PC. But these new ones, the gravity feed one doesn't really have that, but she's a really good attacker on her own. And the one in the set is kind of all around. She's good support and good attack. She can handle herself.
Yeah, as she should.
She is more than just Cable's arm candy.
Yeah, and she hooked up with Deadpool once or twice, so that's pretty awesome.
She ain't bad looking.
Nope.
All right. I guess the next one up that I'm looking for is I'd never heard of this character, but he's a martial artist, so I'm stoked. It's Shroud. He's number 46. He's got a traded smoke cloud, so he can do whatever he wants to. He's got a full dial of stealth, and then he's got a free action, place hindering terrain in his square. So basically, I can make sure he is always, in hindering terrain. He's always in stealth. I mean, I know they're giving a whole bunch of stealth busters out nowadays, but like I just love that it's a free action. So like the 30-point Robin from Teen Titans or the Question from Streets of Gotham, my folks he's gonna be at least in protection from range. I like that he's 99 points less, so he's 1 point less than the Adex Black Panther, which team him up, give him the willpower, give him leadership, pull those tokens off him, get uses off him. And then I like that he flies, which is crucial, I think, for martial artists because there's not a lot of flights involved in martial arting. So, yeah, I think it's going to add a lot of mobility to some of my martial arts teams. So I'm pretty stoked to be getting a hold of Shroud. He's a rare, so I know I have a relatively good chance of picking him up. So yeah. If I end up with this, Tim, I'll still be pretty pleased.
And he's a mystic too, so you got to look at the fact that he's got stealth, super senses, and shape change. So someone's going to have to get right next to him, try 2 different times to land a hit on him, and even if they do, they're going to take feedback damage. So that's pretty cool, especially as just mainly as a backup piece for other martial artists. That's a damn good taxi.
Yeah.
I honestly don't know anything about this character, but I'm judging by the trait that says Envelop in Dark Force that he has powers similar to Cloak from Cloak and Dagger, because that's where he gets his powers from, is the Dark Force dimension.
That and that one guy, Blackout.
I don't know.
He showed up like recently in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. and I think he was running with the Masters of Evil. And he's got like this whole ability where like he like saps out like light from everything around him. Let's see. Okay, so my next person's gonna be. I had to put somebody in like Deadpool, but like I wanted to do something that was little bit like out of the norm. So I picked somebody I didn't think that was going to be that amazing, and it's Lady Deadpool. She's rare. She got pretty much everything you'd think she would have, like running shot, 6 range, psychic blast, energy shield. She's got perplex. She only has 2 keywords: assassins and Deadpool corpse. And she, of course, she has the obligatory Merc with a mouth trait, so she can use the word balloons. But the thing that really got me about her is she got this special attack that starts on click 3 called the Bottomless Interdimensional Satchel. This is pretty awesome because if you look on the back of her card, it has like this big chart where it's like you're basically rolling like twice, 1d6 each time, and you give her a free action and choose a combat symbol, and then you can use a standard power according to this chart, indicated by the color, and she can use that until she can use the power again. So it adds a bit of randomness to what she can do, and I just like the ability to like like do whatever you want kind of thing, like a Swiss Army knife. Later she trades out running shot for charge and energy shield for combat reflexes, and then she gets like blades and range combat expert, and then her last click she has regen. So she's pretty cool. I mean, really the satchel ability really was like, this is awesome. Like, I can't wait to try this out.
And that's just an attack power, right? It's
yeah, it's attack power, so it could be outwitted, but
nah, she's gonna be the GSX Hope Summers, or Wolverine and the X-Men Hope Summers' new best friend.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, I didn't think about that. That's gonna be insane.
So what combat symbol do you think you're gonna be using the most for her little bag trait?
I think the most obvious would probably be like an attack power, like Pulse Wave, or like, since she uses Psychic Blast, it would be like maybe try to get that. But there's always that randomness, so like you could get something you may not have wanted, like TK or something. So
that's always useful, though.
Yeah. But I mean, she got combat reflexes, so you might choose, defense. It just depends on the situation.
Alrighty, Oren, you ready to? Oh, is there a cat?
Yes.
Oh, there was cat pool. This would be appropriate.
Cat pool. That's appropriate. He never shuts up. All right. Well, when I first heard about these, I thought that would be really cool, and they didn't disappoint. Colleen Wing and Misty Knight, so we finally have something to split merge that super rare from Amazing Spider-Man into, but I really like the Colleen Wing. She's 55 points. She doesn't have any special abilities or traits or anything, but she's just straight up numbers on this thing. She starts with Flurry with Precision Strike with 3 damage, and she's got Willpower for her first 2 clicks, and then she swaps Flurry out for Charge, and then she swaps Willpower out for Combat Reflexes, so you're always swinging at a 19 up close, and then she goes into Flurry and Blades, and then Blades and Charge, and for her points, she's just going to be awesome, and she's got Heroes for Hire, Martial Artist, and the Hand. So, and I believe the only time she's ever been made on her own was a Pog, so this is definitely an upgrade for her.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You could have fun running multiples of her. That'd be nasty.
Dude, I agree with you, dude. I'm totally stoked on calling Wing and Misty Knight and stuff like that. I totally just had to grab the duo just because I figured the 2 pieces in the set are going to demand it up, and I wanted to get a hold of it like I could still afford it. But yeah, dude, I've always liked them. and I think it's going to be a lot of fun. And she's martial artist, so.
And she's the hand. I'm actually looking forward to having some nice cheap pieces to run with my Mandarin from Invincible Iron Man. Because he's good, but most of the decent hand pieces were more expensive than he was. So this set's not disappointing on that end.
Yeah, I got plenty of like hand ninjas and stuff.
Yeah, nice cheap hand people who are actually really good.
All right, this next person, when like they released him, I was like, holy moly, this can't be legit. But yeah, so of course I'm talking about the Kingpin, who was
Oh, nice.
yeah, dude, they just like, I was like, no, they got to be making stuff up. That can't be right. But no, he's insane, and not only is he insane, but he's also keyworded martial artist, so I'm going to be using him a lot too.
Go play.
But just like looking at what he does, he is super awesome. He's got that outwit that he can use, like from his own people. So it's like, oh yeah, I'm totally gonna be outwitting you from all over the place. Sorry. Yeah, that's mind-bogglingly awesome. And really, I like his damage power, which is I only hire the best hitman where he can use enhancement, and then if a friendly character can use at least precision strike, range combat expert, or the sharpshooter ability, or improved targeting, ignores hindering terrain, it can use all of them. So basically, all your assassins, which he's also keyworded, just got amazingly awesome too. Like it's like, okay, you know, I'm just gonna put you next to him, and all of a sudden, you know, they get range combat expert. Oh, your Hawkeye can see through stealth now. You know, I mean, you're gosh, dude, a whole bunch of range combat experts, precision strike. Oh yeah, you're not gonna be dodging that. You know, masterminding that. This is gonna be a lot of fun, and
any combination of those powers is great, but just having, if you have any one of those and then stacking precision strike on top of that, just makes it just incredible.
Yeah, and let's not forget his weird mastermind power. We can use it to transfer to any damage from the character, regardless of point value or adjacency. Once per turn, of course, so it's not super out there. But I'm like, yeah, he's gonna live a long time. He's gonna be messing people up. Oh yeah, and he's the hand, so I guess we could put the hand ATA on him, and like you'll be able to see him. Yay! But yeah, dude, he's rowdy. He's a super rare, so I think he's gonna be one of the heavily sought out super rares, and I might have to break the bank looking for him.
Yeah.
I would, except for just the problem, the fact that this is a Kingpin that doesn't have the Sinister Syndicate team ability. It's like Hydra's great, but I always, when I see Kingpin, I always want to run him with the Sinister Six. I want to run him with Electro and Scorpion and Shocker and all those guys, but you could still do it. It just wouldn't be thematic, and I'm not sure a lot of his stuff would work with them, but
Yeah.
yeah, it happens.
Good point. The Hydra team ability. So yeah, while he's buffing up his assassins, it's going to be easier for them to hit him too. So it's like, yeah, dude, I'm going to be running some assassins team, and there's going to be a whole bunch of shooting going on.
I'm guessing this is like a modern iteration of the Kingpin. So
Yeah, it is. Because he during like Shadowland, he took over the hand, and he's like, you know, doing all that cool stuff. But if you like him, then like the Chase, the zombie version, he has all the powers very similar to what this one has, and he's even more useful. Like he has this whole thing where like he helps them get like food tokens and stuff. So yeah, it's gonna be awesome.
I'm roll that was back on you.
Okay, I'm gonna cheat a little here. Another super rare, but this one is unique, and being it has two different dials. So we'll start with Bloody Mary. She's let's see, I think they both have the same keywords. Well, I think they have one that's different, but she has assassin, martial artist for you, Matt, initiative, and the hand. And they both have the same trait. And this one, I'm just Mary Walker, soap opera actress, Typhoid Mary, and seductive assassin. Each time a new click is revealed due to taking damage from an opponent's attack, roll a d6. On roll a 6, stop turning the dial, and Bloody Mary ignores all further damage dealt this turn. On a 4 through 5, you may replace her with Typhoid Mary on the same quick number, and then deal her the remaining damage -1. So with this, basically, like, say she takes 3 damage, and so you got 3 chances to either ignore all damage or reduce the damage and then switch out, which is really cool. She doesn't have any range on this one. She got charge, quake, combat reflexes, and perplex. And then on her second click, she gets this special attack, telekinetic knives. She could use blaze claws and flurry. When she uses flurry, the second close combat attack may attack a target within 4 squares in line of fire, and this power can't be countered. So that gives her a little bit of a range swing that she normally wouldn't have. And then later on, like, she just becomes kind of like this, like a tie-up piece. She's got leap, climb, blades, toughness, and shape change. But and then we go into Typhoid Mary. She has range this time. She has 5 range. She's got the running shot, and she has TK for some reason. And then energy shield and 2 damage outwit. And her, of course, like the other one, she gets a special attack on her second click. This one's called Pyrokinetic. She can use energy explosion as if she had 2 bolts. When she does, untargeted hit characters are dealt penetrating damage. It's pretty nasty. And then halfway through, she switches out running shot for stealth, energy shield for willpower, and outwit for shape change. And then her very last click, she gets poison. It's kind of odd, but she's definitely like I would say like a glass cannon, but like she gives you different options. If you want like a ranged character, stick with Typhoid. If you want like more of a tie-up piece, then you got Bloody Mary. So I just think that's really awesome. Like, you get a bargain for like one character, you get like 2 different dials, and you could switch between them. It's just awesome. I love it.
I think it's a cool concept. I'm stoked that they're doing something like that. I mean, versatility is the key to this game, and I don't know how you decide which one you're starting with. I guess you start at when you make your team and stuff like that. But yeah, you're like, well, I can keep running this thing if they get like a whole bunch of range, or like, oh, I need to get up with them and start like slashing away. And you're like, I'll switch over first chance I get. So I think that's really cool. It's cool that they're using the whole switch click idea and taking it to like another level.
Yeah, I think she was due for a remake too. Typhoid Mary was in Explosion, which was the 3rd Marvel HeroClix set back in 2004. So 10 years ago. Even her veteran version only topped out at 21 points. And the only powers she had were blades, and she swapped that out for energy explosion. I mean, she had the 4 range, but she's showing her age. So it's good that they made a new one. Like, it's good to have some enemies that go with other characters in the set instead of just all the characters in one set or all the enemies in another set, which tends to happen.
Yeah, I think it's really cool because when she showed up in Deadpool like a while back, I was like, she was just called Mary, and then like there was an assassin going after her, and that was Vamp, who turns into like Animus, and so Deadpool saves her, and then later it's like revealed that it's Typhoid Mary, but she got the whole split personality kind of thing, or multiple personality.
Yeah, she's crazy.
So It's pretty awesome.
Or in number 4, I think we're on. I can't even remember no more.
Nah. I'll be honest with you, I'm not that much of a Deadpool fan.
Boo!
I'm not knocking it, I've just never. But when I saw this character, it just really made me think, like, wow, that's, despite not being a super badass, that's still pretty cool, and that's Blind Owl.
Yes.
Yeah, like a serious, no-nonsense, straight-up support character that does one thing and does it really well. She has a trait that if at the end of your turn, if Blind Owl's not in the starting area, deal her 1 damage. And since she's only 2 clicks deep, it's kind of important. I like the fact that her damage power is that Deadpool listens to me sometimes. She can perplex a character that hasn't already been targeted by Perplex this turn, and to target any character in your starting area or a character with Deadpool in its name anywhere on the map. So any Lady Deadpool, Evil Deadpool, just Deadpool all over the place, and she can perplex them from anywhere. And the other one's fun too, because if you have to leave her in the starting area, and instead of just being there defenseless, her attack power is called Old Booby Trap, and you can give her a power action when she occupies the starting area and deal 1 penetrating damage to a character in that starting area, and place that character adjacent to but outside of that starting area. It's kind of like just get out of my house type thing. So, and this is Perplex from anywhere on the map, and she's 13 points. That is crazy. The only other 13-point piece that we've ever had that was any good was those Astral Doctor Stranges, and we're not going to get into that because everyone hates them. But I just thought the whole concept of this was really cool. And on top of that, she's got stealth too. So if you've got some hindering, just drop her in that, and she'll be fine.
What starting areas got hindering that you think you're going to be using a lot of map-wise? I know you know that
maps that have hindering.
The only one that I can think of, like offhand, is the Killer Croc sewer lair. I know it has hindering in the starting area, and I love that map. It's great for shutting down range.
What's interesting about that, the booby trap power says characters, so that could be a way around activation clicks.
That's true too, but it can't be on your first turn because you'd have first turn immunity.
Yeah.
I think. Is that how that would work?
I don't know.
I think it's opposing characters attacking. I don't know. It's just dealing 1 damage, so it may go around that.
It's interesting. Yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, so I guess I got one more left, number 5, and it shouldn't really become as a surprise, but it is Shanghai, the A version, the non-prime version of Cat, and you're not too fond of him, Warren?
What? No, it's like the Marvel version of Bruce Lee. What's not to love?
Yeah.
Basically.
He's a martial artist, which I think is going to be super awesome. But what really got me crazy is the counter block. So, like, anytime you miss an attack with him, he gets an action token, or he gets a token on his card, and then he can make free attacks with a lock damage of 2 for each token on his card, and then you get rid of all the tokens. So it's like I can start punching the bejeebers out of you really fast if you keep missing him, and he's gonna be he's got close range. He's got combat reflexes, so if you can get him up on somebody, he's gonna be hard to hit. He's gonna be pretty obnoxious. I would totally pair him up with Shroud, have Shroud carry him all up into people. Try to hide him as best as I could behind Shroud, and Shroud's perma stealth. So like
Hi, how y'all doing? If you try to hit me and you miss, I'm gonna crush you. If you try to hit him and you miss, or even if you hit him, you're gonna take damage. So those two are gonna work well together.
Yep, I'm gonna be playing some ninjas for the longest time. This has been a great set for like martial artists. Except they haven't given stuff. Yeah, I don't know, dude. This is gonna be great. This is gonna be super a lot of fun. I am nerding out on all the martial artists that they're dumping on us.
Yeah, definitely. Or we can run Shang-Chi and the Cat together. That'd be
Yeah.
ridiculous.
Which Cap?
My Bruce Lee twins coming at you.
The Prime
Oh,
version of
Cat.
Shang-Chi.
I thought you said Cap. I'm sorry.
Nah.
That would be silly.
So y'all want to talk about the chases?
Yeah, I would like to talk about the chases.
Yeah, like I don't know, like I think they're gonna be highly sought after chases, and as a DC fan, it bums me out that that Marvel fans get all the awesomest chases. So it's like, yeah, what do we get? We get the Fatal Five or whoever was from Teen Titans that were kind of eh.
No, Prime's Titans.
Yeah, the Prime.
They're okay.
But
And before that, it was the variant Batmans, which were kind of cool.
yeah, I'll give you that. The Batmans are pretty cool. But I mean, we had two sets where like, with the exception of maybe one or two pieces, the rest of the
I didn't much care for any of the stuff that was in Slosh. Those Dark Side Servant clones or whatever they were. Like,
Yeah.
eh.
They're okay. It was just wasn't really.
That's all they were. It was just eh.
Yeah.
Yep, and that's what exactly makes me jealous because I think these things are going to be at least on par with the Phoenix Fives in terms of prices. So,
Probably.
I think that if I get anything and it's not Magneto or Maggie, as they call them, I'm going to dump them on the market and see what I can get for them. But that's just me. Anybody looking for a particular chase?
I wouldn't mind the Juggernaut just because I like to have my Juggernaut team. No.
You're going to unveil a four or five Juggernauts on one team? That's going to be insane.
Yeah, like if I get this one, I'd have the Chase Juggernaut, and then the Juggernaut from Invincible Iron Man, and then Kurth from Fear Itself, and then the Colossus Juggernaut from Fear Itself, and then the old Juggernaut from ESX, and the old Juggernauts from Infinity Challenge, and the old Juggernauts from Fantastic Forces. It's Juggernaut. What's not? He's great.
It's a 1,000-point Juggernaut team. That's going to be insane.
Yeah. It would be at least 900 to be good. Yeah.
Geraldo,
Yeah.
are you looking for anything?
Probably the Kingpin, because he seems to be like the most important figure for like if you want to just get all the chases, because he's like the ultimate support for them. He's got for like them, they need it to stay alive with the food tokens, and he's able to basically give them out for I forget how it works, but I think he can give them out like ranged and something because the power's called like clone Vanessa, where like he clones like I think it's wife or something. He keeps on cloning her, and like people just all the zombies eat him and stuff.
That's gross.
Yeah, and he's got like similar stuff, like he can outwit through the other zombies. And I think he has a mastermind.
Really not like that woman. It's like, oh, you could just divorce her, but no, let's clone her and feed her to zombies over and over and over again.
Yeah.
Ugh.
And he runs that like a racket. Like other zombies pay him for, for doing this. So it makes sense. Like even with the zombie apocalypse, he's still making money. But yeah, he just seems like the most important. The other ones, like obviously, I want to get all of them. So, yeah, I'll just take what I can get.
Well, you've got two cases summoned to you. You should be walking out with at least two, possibly three.
Yeah, if I get lucky. I was really hoping the Collusion was going to be like a chase per brick, like we had seen previously, but.
I believe it's still a Chase or Prime per brick.
I've heard on the Realms, a couple of people have. It's basically a chase per case, or a chase and a prime per case. What it seems like.
So you'll either get one or the other, or both in one brick, and another brick will get nothing. That's.
Yeah. Yeah, it kind of sucks. But yeah, I mean, like most of them, like the guys like Venom and stuff, like they have a short dial, but the bigger ones like Kingpin and I think Electro, they have like a longer dial and they have like range and stuff. like Psychic Blast and
I would think
whatnot.
Sabretooth would have a long dial too. I don't know. I haven't seen his yet.
Yeah, he's got 7 clicks, so he's got
Oh,
at
yeah.
least 2
He's
clicks more than everyone else. He's got the Marauders keyword, is interesting. He's gonna be pretty ridiculous. He's got 18 combat reflexes,
Yeah.
11 attack blades. Disgusting.
Before we wrap this up, you mentioning Kingpin cloning his wife. That reminded me of another piece in this set that I kind of wanted to touch on, just because it was one of those characters that just sort of stands out in my mind and is always the ones that I wanted to play. And
I know
that's
exactly
Arnim
where
Zola.
you're going with this.
Arnim Zola, man. He makes the clones of Gwen Stacy, and they have Perplex, and as if that wasn't enough, he can use mind control on friendly characters as long as there's more than one of them on the map. So you can have 2 of the same guy on your team, and he can mind control either one of them.
Yeah.
That's insane. It's like there are so few characters that can mind control friendlies, and now if you play him and he's Hydra, you can play him with ninjas, and like, okay, I'm going to mind control this ninja to roll up and smack somebody just because I've got 2 ninjas on my team.
Yep.
And he has a stop click. I mean, it's crazy. He's got Outwit and Pulse Wave, and he starts with Running Shot, but he gets that crazy mind control power on his second click with an 11 attack. Target 6 range. And he's a scientist. I love scientists. He's gonna be the super rare that I'm chasing down. It's like I probably won't get the prime wizard, but I will definitely have me an Arnim Zola.
Oh yeah. I just want to run him with him and Deadpool, so I can like reenact the comic where like Deadpool's surrounded by a bunch of Gwen Stacy clones and Playboy bunny outfits. It's just hilarious.
He's another one of those pieces that I'm glad they remade, because he was made once before in Fantastic Forces, and he was just awful. He had Perplex, and then PC, and then Perplex, and then PC. He started with Toughness, and then went into Mastermind. And he was only 82 points with Hydra, the Hydra team ability. Like, he couldn't do any damage. There was no one to Mastermind to if anyone smacked him. He wasn't that good. He's one of those crazy off-the-wall Hydra characters that I've always kind of been drawn to.
Yeah, I really like him too.
What's up?
I really like him too. So I mean, I hope I'm pulling, but that's the thing with this set. Like all the super rares are like, I love all of them. So it's like it's tough. Like if I pull something, like I won't be really all that disappointed.
The only one that didn't really
Geraldo, just a quick rundown of what characters you like, but we didn't have time to talk about.
Let's see. Well, I had Shang-Chi, but like you already talked about him. The only one that we didn't get a chance to talk about is Blink.
He does look awesome.
Yeah, she's pretty awesome. Basically, like phasing, like popping out and like punching somebody, and I think it's as long as she hits, then she can return back where she is. So it seems like something that Nightcrawler should have had. And then she's got the group teleport. It's pretty cool. She's just gonna be like, I could see her being like a staple on X-Men teams for a while. She's got a bunch of cool keywords, but I don't know. This is fun.
Or is there a couple of people that you didn't have a chance to talk about that you're still interested in getting?
I'm more the other way. I had some people in here that I wanted to talk about that I'm just not that impressed with, and that was the Wolverine X-23 duo. It's like every other Wolverine doll we've seen. It's just not that interesting. I don't know. The Siren seems like she'd be cool, but so situational. Just I don't want to just be negative about everything, but some of these I mean, I know they can't all be amazing, but some of them are like they kind of had an opportunity to make them great and just didn't really push it far enough.
Yeah.
And I guess I'm kind of looking forward to the Venom, the regular Venom, not the zombie Venom, because Thunderbolts, and I can't, you know, I think it'd be cool to have a Flash Venom, Flash Thompson Venom. I do kind of want the Siren because I think she'd be cool if I can't get a hold of Banshee. You know, it's still not quite the, well, not even near the same. Like, reminiscent of that Banshee without actually having that Banshee. I want the guy that shoots off hands and makes pogs of them. That's what I'm looking for. If you have little pog
Weapon
hands
X?
flying at you. I might have to get Orin to mod me some pog hands. That'll be great. And then to finish it off, I want a dog pool because I like puppies and I just can't, you know.
Oh yeah.
Is that Weapon X or is that Agent X, the guy with the flying fist?
Yeah.
No, Weapon X is the one that has the flying fist, and Agent X is the amnesiac Deadpool.
There's too many X's.
Yeah, that's funny. The X-Men Deadpool from the OP kit, it's got every single X-Men or X keyword in the entire game. Even some like I think they made up one of them. It's pretty funny.
I want that guy, but I have a feeling it's going to be hard to get a hold of him.
Oh yeah.
You're getting awful close there, Matt. Is it getting loud there?
Yeah, I can't hear nothing, dude.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I kind of.
Okay, we're done. We're gonna just say thanks for watching. This has been like our little Google Hangout about what we were looking forward to in Deadpool, and I'm pretty stoked. It drops tomorrow. I got a brick coming to me, so I'm crossing my fingers and hoping for everybody that was on my little list.
May your pulls be lucky and plentiful.
Yeah. Good luck, Matt.
All right, y'all have a lot of fun. Thank you for watching, and y'all have a great night.